Hello Madrachim of Aleph Winter. This video will give you an overview of the theme of your Machanot, why it's important, and then take you on a whistle-stop tour of your 5 kibbuzot. So it's a very exciting camp, the first one for lots of your Chanachim. New friendship groups will be made, new connections to Madrachim will be made, and new conceptions of Judaism will form. That will all last into the distant Machanot future. Scary, but also exciting. The way that Bnei Akiva Machanot are structured educationally is that we teach the basic knowledge early on so that our Chanachim are then equipped with enough knowledge that they can have serious ideology-based discussions later in life. So on the first camp we teach about Luach HaShana, the Jewish year. The 5 kibbuzot focus on actual festivals, but Shabbat on camp is an excellent opportunity to introduce your Chanachim to the awesomeness of Shabbat, as it also fits into the theme pretty well. The festivals in Judaism are called Mikra'ei Kodesh, literally holy callings. Each one of them is calling us to reflect on a specific value or develop a certain character trait. Hopefully the chomer will expand on those for each festival. Now when a chanech learns about a Jewish festival, there are 3 levels of depth that you could go into. All of them are important and you should try and get them across, all 3 of them across within each kibbutz. The first is basic essential knowledge about each festival, so like the sounds of the shofar, the stages of the Seder, the 10 commandments, the 4 species, etc. The second is learning slightly deeper messages connected to each festival. For example, looking at the meaning of Teshuvah on Yom Kippur, or how chametz represents arrogance on Pesach, just those deeper ideas. And then the third is using the festival as a springboard for learning messages that can be applied throughout the entire Jewish year. So, for example, your first kibbutz kicks off looking at the Yom HaNoraim, the high holy days. But as well as looking at some fantastic ideas about Teshuvah within Rosh HaShana and Yom Kippur, we take the opportunity to learn about how the prayers we say on festivals can often be mistranslated and misunderstood, and how a proper understanding of them can initiate self-change. That's an idea that your Chanachim will be able to take outside of Rosh HaShana and Yom Kippur and apply to the rest of their Jewish year. It's more than a high holy day prayer. Then your 3 central kibbutzot deal with the Shalosh Regalim, starting with Pesach. In the Pesach kibbutz, we explore how the story of Pesach does not just have relevance today, but the story of Geula continues today. Through that, your Chanachim will learn that Jewish festivals aren't just looking back at historical stories. They're about learning from and living those stories in the modern day. The idea being that the Chanachim can then apply this outside of Pesach. We aren't celebrating that we got the Torah on Shavuot, we're celebrating that we have it. We aren't crying on Tisha B'Av over the Beis HaMikdash being destroyed all those years ago, we're crying over the fact that we haven't improved our Sinat Chinam enough to rebuild it today. Pesach is more than a story. K3 is about Shavuot, where the aim is to get your Chanachim to view the Torah as something that is living, dynamic, and personal to them. Only through this will it make sense for us to celebrate receiving it or having it. K3 should help your Chanachim come to appreciate the Torah as more than a book. From there, you move swiftly on to Sukkot, one of the most complex festivals. There are quite a lot of messages contained within this kibbutz, but the level 3 message here is that the rituals and mitzvot we perform on festivals aren't just cute actions. They're more than rituals. They have deep symbolic meaning behind them. The kibbutz obviously focuses on Sukkah and Lulav, but the idea is that your Chanachim will be able to apply the same ideas to shofar, tefillin, mezuzah, and beyond. Finally, we move into the rabbinical festivals for K5, Hanukkah and Purim. Festivals designed for our material, non-miraculous world. They are there to teach us the importance of viewing the natural world supernaturally. Winning a war or being saved from genocide isn't a random one-off miracle. Hashem's hand is still active within the world, and showing Chanachim that one can view the world like that is certainly an idea that they can take with them throughout their Jewish year, and a great way to end off Machanot. What's so cool about this camp is that it's very possible that the ideas you learn with your Chanachim about Hanukkah or Pesach or Yom Kippur, they'll take with them and think back to every year when they get to those festivals. And the ideas you teach them that can be applied beyond any one festival will hopefully be taken beyond. At the start of each kibbutz, you'll see 3 or 4 concrete concepts to communicate using some fun, creative kibbutz games. And you also have your camp Sefarim box if you want to brush up on any festival knowledge or dig deeper into certain ideas. That's all from me. Good luck.